But yeah, no, 100%. Nakai is an amazing. I have one brain cell, and that brain cell wants to fight. Another turn your brain off faction. I wouldn't say dwarves are, simply because of the grudge balancing.
Yeah, well, I was talking more about battle.
Oh yeah, for like battles, yeah, dwarves with their like 10 bajillion armor.
Dwarves are absolutely the. I play the Empire when I want to have a harder campaign now. Dwarves are the guys I want when I'm just like, fucking, I'm gonna do campaign shit, and in battles, I'm literally just going to press fast forward.
Scarbrand is another turn your brain off one, because he's kind of really fighty as well.
I would say Scarbrand's more of the Dota faction, where you have a single hero and the rest of your army does not fucking matter.
That's fair. Chaos, it seems Chaos seems simple, but unfortunately, either you get, because it's Chaos, you get way too easily all the world against you, and then suddenly your army that you're trying to rest and recuperate so you can actually fight again is now being chased by like 12 AI armies. Yeah. Beastman, specifically the Blood Ox dude from Warhammer 3. He is very turn your brain off as well. He's in the same line as a Scarbrand, because the hero for him is just so fucking powerful. And his main boost to his army is that he empowers Minotaurs, which are some of the best units that Beastman can get. And so you literally just get an army of Minotaurs with him leading it, and it's just like, Lamau, I charge.
Wait, what faction?
Bloodhoof, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, you mean the
Brass
Bull
Bull.
dude?
Yeah, Brass Bull.
Yeah. Brass Bull is very funny. Until you run into a very range-centric army, and then you just fucking are sad.
Well, that's why you get Minotaurs with shields. Tomb Kings isn't bad if you just want to learn how to play Warhammer, because all of their armies are free. Dreadfleet. The one in the center of the ocean. He's not. He's pretty fun. Vampire Coast Dreadfleet. He's fun simply because his capital is basically unassailable. So you never really have to worry about losing them. Yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is Fanfiction Theater 9006, episode 2. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's currently 7 p.m. I've been awake for 36 hours. I am currently running off of 3 cigarettes, a cigar, and 4 energy drinks. And I think we're just gonna do Naruto crossovers tonight. How does that sound?
Look, you should go lie down
Sure,
or be a
but
fall down.
Sneaky, you're not in college anymore. You can't do this like you used to.
Oh, I'm aware. My body, however, decided that it was going to have a manic episode this entire fucking week, and so I've just had pure distilled insomnia. And so I have gotten, maybe over the course of this entire week, 4 hours of sleep.
Good to know.
Yeah, and it's not even like the good manic episodes where I can like channel that into writing. It's the kind of manic episodes where I'm kind of just sitting here and my brain isn't generating enough friction to even store a coherent thought. But yeah, let's exit out of that. Fantastic. God damn it, Sneaky, that curse 6 is bothering the hell out of me. That 6 will bore its way into your brain! I actually have to use the chat box to cover that up on my own display. So, gentlemen, let us get started tonight. How you doing, Sign?
In the middle, making supper.
Nice. So we have here a Naruto crossover story, a Naruto One Piece crossover story, because that's a recipe for this story is definitely getting finished, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Naruto One Piece absolutely going to get finished, especially when it's called A Dawn of the Red Cloud Army. Original plan orchestrated by Black Zetsu was actually resurrection of Kaguya, but foundation of the group was supposed to apply this revolution to the world lacked people capable of changing the course of war with words. The last Uzumaki decided to relive the past by bringing the true dawn. It was time for the world to meet the new Akutsuki. Huh?
You said a bunch of words, but none of that made any fucking sense, Sneaky.
One chapter, 400 words. Naruto times Conan.
I beg your pardon.
This man thinks he's really gonna write a Naruto One Piece story where Naruto becomes the new Akutsuki? With 400 word chapters? I mean, maybe that'll work if he updates 5 times a day.
That's really kind of pathetic.
Mickey, they're checking to make sure that it's you entering the site.
The prologue is coming soon. This is an announcement chapter for the story.
Oh no.
I hate people. I just fucking hate people. So much. Like, where is this boldness coming from with people these days where they're like, I'm going to announce a teaser chapter for the prologue of my fanfiction. What? How many fans do I have? 0. Why are you asking? I mean, I have literally never seen this before. Literally, in the 7 years we've done this, I don't think I've ever seen this shit until this year.
Zoomers. It's got to be a TikTok thing or something.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be some fucking weird ass shit, man. I swear to God, I've been seeing those Zoomer slang videos that people have been making, where it's like, oh, Zoomer goes to buy a computer at a store.
Yeah, that one was by fuck.
That
People
was
are
posted
like-
on the Discord somewhere.
Yeah, it's somewhere. But I was just watching that, and I was just like, I am understanding maybe every 5th word out of their mouth, and I'm pretty sure they're using it wrong.
To be fair, when they did it making fun of these idiots doing this shit.
Oh, I'm aware, but that the problem is that art reflects reality, which means somewhere out there people are doing that for real.
Yes, I've heard them do it on the fucking radio. On the local rock station.
Man, I don't want to go to fucking rock station. Like, every single time I go to rock stations on the radio these days, they're like, oh, we're playing the heaviest rock out there. And it's like, baby, I love you, baby. It's like, what the fuck is this garbage? It's like, this is really what the new rock songs are?
Fucking apparently.
Fucking kids these days, man, I swear. A new villain.
I was disappointed when my classic rock station started playing music from the 90s.
Hey, man, look, no, not me. Whoa, man, whoa, man, whoa, man. Well, I will say this: up until like 2005, bands like Green Day and Linkin Park and shit like that were good. They're
Still
good.
remembering the fact that I used to, when I was in fucking high school, middle school, I unironically listened to those fucking emo rock bands. God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, but shit like Move Along was actually a good song with a great message, even though it was being sung by a bunch of dudes in emo getup.
Not incorrect. It's just fucking...
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it was good music at the time. Now it's just fucking.
Well, I mean, no, even
cringe.
looking back on it, it's still good music. It's got a good message to the song. It's got a good, catchy beat. It's got good, catchy lyrics. You know, it's not singing
Okay.
about bitches, traps, and hoes and shit like that. It's like, you know, even when life sucks, you just gotta keep moving forward. It's like, oh wow, that's such a terrible message.
Let me rephrase. The shit they're putting out now by the same bands is absolute
Oh
dog
god,
shit.
no, yeah, no.
Cringe.
That's why I specifically outlined a year cutoff there for those bands. Is the new shit from Linkin Park, the new shit from Green Day, it's all cringe. The new shit from Rage Against the Machine, cringe.
If you actually go back and listen to Rage Against the Machine now, you can see they're clearly, obviously, fucking
yeah.
commies.
Totally, you can absolutely see their bias developing. And yeah, they even had the bias back then, but nowadays it's just like, yeah, we fight for the government. Yeah, obey the government. And it's like, bruh?
Oh?
You
Yeah.
can turn in your title then.
Rage for the Machine now.
Yeah, literally. A new villain. The young man had steeped in criminal world years ago when he had been forced to, you know, you think I'm joking when I said steeped. This is not me exaggerating. That's what he wrote.
You cut out for a second, and I was like,
Where he had been forced to search for his unethical method needs and plunged deeper into mire of crime rather than try to escape from its clutches? What?
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 Nani?
After a bloody rise to power, Naruto now lead double life. Warning, this fic will contain unfaithful men, male domination, Naruto being a perv and a villain, and mind-breaking women with harsh sex. Naruto Massive Harem AU. Marvel Naruto crossover.
I crave death.
You know how you can tell it's actually a really fucking terrible story? It's without even looking at the summary. You know how you can tell it's a terrible story? 10 chapters, 50,000 words. So it's got decent chapter the word length, right? But 93 reviews, 1,000 favorites. That means no one fucking comments. He gets 9 reviews per chapter from 1,000 people.
That's pretty rough.
That's fucking terrible. Published November 11th, 2020. That means you are straight up waiting 2 months per 5,000 word chapter of poorly written sex.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking rough.
Holy shit, and this is the first chapter? It's just a fucking wall of text. And then it's a giant time skip of 16 years later. Holy shit. Naruto's a child, bad thing happens, 16 years later he's now a super villain with a giant harem army. That's the first chapter. Holy shit. Hey, it's everyone's favorite boy.
No, not Farty McFarts and
Oh no,
God, no.
it's everyone else's favorite boy except Sign. Sign likes Mr. Fartson. We're talking about Fairy Tale Dragon Slayer.
oh him.
Did you know? Did I ever tell you how he used to harass me?
I vaguely recall that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good times. Good times. Naruto the Go-Pyre. Banned, banished, and bound. Yes. Banned, banished, and bound. Unlife, then life has always been hard for Naruto. I think he's getting worse at writing. This is a Naruto DxD crossover. Of course, the 15 chapters, about 2.5k words per chapter. It's pretty good for him. He's got a quick update rate. Started November 5th, 2020. So, this is typical Fairy Tale Dragon Slayer stuff where he's just literally... honestly, at this point, I think he might even be using an AI to write his stories.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Uzumaki Naruto died. He had a good life. In death, he reverted back to his best age, which was 19. And he went to go talk to his mom. He always wanted to talk to his mom. He wanted to see them ever since he got married at 19, but he didn't see his father. Also, this didn't really look like the afterlife, according to what he learned about it from Kushina when he got the chance to die and come back to life. It didn't look like the area between the Earth and Pure Lands either. Jinchuriki, before you wonder, I was Jinchuriki, and Uzumaki Jinchuriki, Mito stated as she covered her mouth with sleeve of her kimono. She was back at her youth as well, but she felt the need to point it out. Turns out, we Uzumaki don't get to enjoy a nice afterlife anymore. Mito couldn't hide the sigh. Naruto looked around. It was just the three of them. If the Uzumakis don't get to enjoy the afterlife, where are all the others? Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. Kushina was just reaching up to the top of his head. You grew up big. Thanks. Riveting dialogue. It was kind of weird for just the three of them to be in this place when apparently Uzumaki in general were not supposed to have a nice afterlife. Naruto wasn't too concerned about it, seeing as they were all there, but he was sure the Uzumaki clan was a lot bigger than three people. We're Jinchuriki, Mito clarified. Yeah. So you said. So, the Shinigami can't eat Jinchuriki souls.
So it's not Uzumaki specifically, it's just you.
Well, no, I think they're implying the Shinigami eats all Uzumaki souls, but because these three were Jinchuriki, their souls couldn't be eaten, so instead of being in hell being consumed by the Shinigami, they just get to sit in limbo together forever. So he can't get revenge on us because our clan bound and enslaved him. You know what? That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kushina had been in this situation for a long time now. She was used to just having Mito for conversation, but the fact was that they could spend years just doing nothing for the eternal whiteness that surrounded them. Remember? Naruto did remember. He remembered his mother's flashback.
No,
I'm going to go...
I'm going fucking insane.
That is literally what the author wrote. He remembered his mother's flashback. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Yes.
I am having a fucking aneurysm.
Yep.
We are no longer edging the aneurysm, we're just having one now.
Tim Beck says this devolves into incest.
It's a Fairy Tale Dragon Slayer story, man. No bet. He remembered his mother's flashback to the night he became a Jinchuriki. Yes, that's right. He remembered his mother's flashback to the night of his birth.
What the actual fuck?
and how his father said that Jinchuriki were incapable of using the Shiki Fuin, the Fuin Jutsu that summoned the Death God, and the Fuin Jutsu that was developed by the Uzumaki clan, the technique that had been taught to Minato by Kushina that had been placed in the Forbidden Scroll by the previous Hokage, thanks to Mito teaching Hiruzen the technique. Fun fact, the initial seal that had been used to seal Kurama into him was not the Shiki Fuin, but instead 8 trigrams. Yep. Which was based on more Uzumaki Fuinjutsu, baseless speculation, and he eventually developed it to his own Fuinjutsu, the Tori seal, which was based on the key to the 8 trigram seal that his parents had used. I don't know where the fuck this is even coming from at this point. You see. I don't even know who said that. But why am I being punished? I never used the Shiki Fuin, and I'm only half. A half Jinchuriki is still a Jinchuriki. You're still a human sacrifice.
I think he means half Uzumaki.
I mean, everyone's half Uzumaki going by that standard, since all the Uzumaki came from a single individual. Father.
I don't fucking know.
You're an Uzumaki who created their own seal, therefore banned. What?
Okay, but why isn't Minato also banned? Oh, is it because he's not an Uzumaki? But
Yes.
he is a Jinchuriki.
You're... You know, Sign,
Yes.
that's a good point.
Yeah,
You got nothing to say?
You know, that's a good point.
Which is why Minato's not there, because then Naruto can't fuck his mom and grandmother.
A
Great-grandmother,
seal
whatever.
even stronger than the 8 trigrams, which could seal up the entire QB. No, the 8 trigrams could seal the entire QB the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you expressly split it in half for a fucking reason.
Yeah, he literally wanted to take half with him beyond death, so, like, the guy couldn't get it or whatever.
Yeah, it was so, for the, so Naruto didn't get his hands on it.
Yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, that is a hell of a flex. You want this, Kyubi? Tough shit, I'm taking half with me to a place you can't go. Bitch.
And then they did it anyway.
Which, I mean, really, he should have thought about it a little bit better. Because, you know, the whole second Hokage inventing the resurrection jutsu. Should have known about that.
Yeah, but, I mean, how many people have actually used that in the entire series? What, 3? 4?
3, yeah.
Well, we know Orochimaru used it twice.
Orochimaru used it once.
No, he used it twice.
When was the second
There was
time?
there was the first time during the exam, and the second time was when he summoned all 4 Hokages right before the shit kicked off with Madara.
Right, yeah.
And then Madara used it when he summoned basically all the bad guys they've ever fought.
The resurrection wouldn't work on Minato? Well, it fucking did, so... Yeah, they had to cut the soul open out of the Shinigami. Oh, you're right, they had to cut the soul out of the Shinigami. Okay, yeah, you know what, that's fair enough, yeah.
That's why he wouldn't have been able to, because he didn't
Yeah.
have the mask.
And they thought the mask was destroyed, right? Okay, so... Alright, so maybe Minato's plan was a little bit actually pretty good.
That was pretty good, yes.
Yeah.
And then Orochimaru just says, you know what, fuck it, let's go ahead and break it anyway. Instead of leaving him the fuck where he was.
I don't know, man. Making the Shinigami gut himself is pretty metal.
I'm not denying that. I'm saying if he'd have left Minato where the fuck he was, they would have never been able to complete the whole Tsukiyomi plan.
No, I think they did, because if you remember, they only needed a piece of the 8 tails to do the whole plan.
Oh, yeah, right. Fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So, I mean, maybe if Kishimoto was a little bit more rigorous in his rules, it would have been fine. But yeah, no, they kind of hand waved a lot near the end.
Yeah, but again, that goes back to Kishimoto being told to drag it out and then being told, oh, yeah, by the way, we need you to rush through the rest of this.
We need you to drag it out and then finish it immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mito stated the reason why Naruto is being included on the punishment list. I thought he was being punished because he was in Uzumaki.
Also because of the seals.
Yeah,
Internal consistency, author. Figure it the fuck out.
he has
Internal
none.
consistency doesn't exist. Stop asking for it.
Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer, the only thing consistent about Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer is his eternal quest to suck his own dick.
Apparently, he's very good at it, according to Sneaky.
Had those bottom 2 ribs removed.
Yeah, he actually got all 6 ribs removed.
Jesus. So I get all of them, okay.
My man has no ribs. He doesn't have a rib witch. Imagine not having your rib witch.
His sides are gone.
I mean, you know, hey, look, all I'm saying is he probably doesn't have a spine either.
That's just rude.
Damn.
His potential with Fuinjutsu, while for the most part untrained, was just as strong as any other Uzumaki. Not to mention he inherited the extremely powerful life force of the Uzumaki. The chakra amounts in...
Fuinjutsu is basically writing fucking squiggles. You don't have potential for this. You learn how to do it, and then you fucking do it or you don't.
Yeah, but
it's
dude...
Get stronger at punching things, goddammit.
But dude, what if all the Uzumaki had a bloodline limit that allowed them to be super good at seals?
That's the only way that works is if you have a bloodline limit. Like, what's his fucking name? The guy they replaced Sasuke with. The dude who uses seals all day long. If you get something that can manipulate ink specifically for that purpose, sure, yes, Sai.
Yeah.
If you got something that can manipulate ink, that's very, very specialized bullshit. But sure, okay, they don't though. They fucking don't. That's not their bloodline. They got 4 of them, and that ain't one of them.
Yeah. His chakra even had strong healing qualities that he could share with others. No.
Yes.
Well, no, yeah, his chakra does have that quality, except it's not actually the quality of his chakra.
It's not like Corinne.
Not only no, it's because he perfected Sage Mode and was able to synchronize his chakra to everyone else's, like a type O blood type, and was thus therefore able to give chakra to everyone.
Yes, that's that, and then there's the Uzumaki one like Corinne, where they can actually give blood and chakra and regenerate someone like an Uzumaki.
Right.
He can't do that one, but that's one of the 4 fucking bloodlines they've got merged into one.
But he has his soul is the reincarnation of the god of life, effectively. So yeah, he can just do that, but for an entirely different reason than him being an Uzumaki.
His reasons.
Yeah, in the eyes of the gods, Naruto was an Uzumaki.
I mean, no, you're literally an Uzumaki.
Sure, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't really know why you're squabbling about it. It's like you don't have their signature red hair, but you just so happen to have literally every other clan trait apparently of genetics in spades from them. So I don't know why you'd be like, oh well, I'm only a half Uzumaki. It's like, well, no fucking shit, you're a half Uzumaki. Literally everyone ever born was a half Uzumaki. Only one Uzumaki ever existed. You had one ancestor.
Well, after that point, I mean, They could be like the Hyuga and the Uchiha and have some serious inbreeding going on.
Sure, but she'll never, ever, ever reach the full Uzumaki air quotes status because that's literally one dude. It's not like a clan of people that over a very long period of time managed to interbreed so much they all shared the same traits, and not ancestrally. It's just, they had a high enough population that they didn't have that much of a crossover, but because everyone ended up sharing a family member at some point with someone else, the entire area just ended up having a certain trait of hair or a certain eye color or some shit.
Yeah, that's literally how the Hyuga and the Uchiha fucking did it. They're all four of those branches, Hyuga, Uchiha, Senju, and Uzumaki, are from four fucking people who are all then from Hagoromo's two kids, Indra and
Sure,
whatever the
whatever.
fuck the other
No,
one.
well, no, technically Uzumaki was the third child.
Yeah, but there are four of them, and that's one of the four.
Yeah, I know that, but my point is though is that typically, in terms of what's considered pure blood or full something, it's you're from that general area which all shared traits due to an extended period of time in close proximity, causing everyone in that
Right.
area to have those traits. Where in this way, he's using it as you're a pure blood Uzumaki because you have these specific traits which are all sourced from one specific person. But by going by that, literally no one's a pure blood Uzumaki because no one can have all of his traits.
Yeah, that's not how genetics works, god damn it.
But anyway, so author gets everything they're trying to write about wrong 101. Everyone press the shock button. Oh wow. Author gets everything wrong again. Oh.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was really a devastating blow. Oh no, my son and daughter will be fine since the gods don't consider them to be real Uzumaki. That's kind of racist.
Yeah, that sounds kind of bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, you're telling me Boruto, who basically inherited your entire fucking genetics, isn't going to be considered an Uzumaki? Like,
I don't even...
literally inherited zero genetics from his mother?
Well, no, he got the eyes.
Okay, he has the eyes, okay, but the eyes were never important to Uzumaki in terms of genetic checklist. Unlike the other two clans. Because at least with the Sharingan and the Byakugan, I can be like, okay, yeah, they're not a pure blood whatever because they don't have the eye thing. It's like, okay, yeah, that's a very clear checklist right there of like, do they have the eye power? No, they aren't a real blank. So, all right, fair enough. Yeah, all right, yeah, I can dig that. All right, fair enough.
But so that split off a couple of generations after Ashura, and that's why you have the Hyuga and the Uzumaki and one of the other bloodlines. I think it was the Bone bloodline, where one clan got the eyes, one clan got the chakra potential.
Yeah, it's like whatever, but it's like at least with those clans, you have a clear thing of like, oh, the Kaguya clan, what's their pure bloodline? Okay, well they have a bone thing. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. So if they don't have a bone thing, then they're not a pure blood. That seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Hey, it's at least it's a clear checklist,
What the fuck?
You
have I
either
come
have the
back
trait or
to?
you don't.
Or arrived to
Naruto
us?
bullshit.
We're reading a Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer story where he's trying to argue that Naruto is, even though he's a half Uzumaki, he's considered a full Uzumaki because he's good at seals. Which we're like, that's such an arbitrary thing that you can't be genetically good at seals. That doesn't make sense.
Man found a way, apparently.
Yeah, but like, we're just squabbling over shit because we're like, the Uchiha. You can be like, oh yeah, he's a full-blooded Uchiha. Why? He's got the Sharingan.
Or like, oh, what is he? Well, he's a half-breed. Why? Only one eye is cool.
Or yeah, maybe,
Actually,
or
that
maybe he
was
doesn't have them at all,
cool.
But like that's the point though. Is like you can with these other clans, you can just make like, okay, do they have the power? If no, then they're not a pureblood. You can make that statement. But the author is trying to argue that Naruto is technically an Uzumaki because he's good at seals. And it's like, what? And then
That's negative, Ghost Rider.
And then he goes on to say that Naruto's kids aren't real Uzumaki because they're not good at seals?
Author is fucking retarded.
Yes, and
And it's just like, what?
And the author is fucking retarded. That's it.
Yeah, that's all. By the way, you have adorable children. I think the future Uzumaki having whisker marks and blue eyes will be adorable. It's a clan of foxes.
Oh, wow! Really subtle, author?
Yeah. With his generation, he changed the dominant traits of the Uzumaki clan. Okay, so he's a full-blooded
By the way,
Uzumaki, apparently. He's a pure-blood Uzumaki. But, even though all the kids inherited his traits, they are purebloods. Okay. I mean, I would make the statement that if the kid is a child of the Uzumaki and the, we were just called the Hyuga, I would say that's pretty fucking close to the Sage. I would call them a pureblood. If we're gonna be using lineage as a determining factor.
Breeding closer to being a pureblood by breeding into the Hyuga.
Yeah, literally. It's like I don't fucking know, man.
I can't believe Old Man Hyuga actually won out in the end by getting the best fucking bloodline into his own bloodline. I can't believe he won in the end.
Yes, what was that thing? Oh shit, Hyuga Hiyashi's. Hang on, let me look it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, that famous quote from Hyuga Hiyashi. It's bloodline in time.
He's one of justice, all according to Keikaku.
All according to bloodline. Aren't the whiskers a mutation? Yes. So, Aura, technically speaking, as far as we were aware, the whiskers were a mutation induced by the fact that Naruto was, a child inside the Jinchuriki of the fox. So he was affected as a baby by the seal. That is, as far as we knew, the explanation as to why he had the whiskers.
The whole thing.
The fact that he could pass those on, I guess, means it's a genetic mutation now. I guess.
Yeah, but you see they lost the whisker mark in the successive generations, so it'll probably fade after 2 or 3 more.
Oh, did they? Do they only have 2 whisker marks now?
They only have 2.
Alright, so yeah, I guess they're not the true purebloods then. They don't have the real 6 whisker marks. Alright, Boruto, the other one, Himori, I guess you know what you have to do now.
Blood.
You gotta keep the blood strong! You gotta keep the blood strong, kids! You know what you have to do!
Kids, do not reenact Fire Emblem 4. That's how you get Dragon Satan.
In these times
I'm kidding.
of
That's the
need,
plot of FE4, by the way.
You all have your very important task today. What's our important task today? It's called Fuck Your Sister. Why do we have to do this?
What?
Because fuck you.
It's C8!
What about him?
For the good of the kingdom, you see.
Yeah. All of Naruto's descendants will inherit those dominant whisker marks, changing the defining trait of the Uzumakis from red hair to whisker marks. So adorable. Not really? Kinda cringe? So chakra, fuinjutsu, strong life force. So what? We just sit here, unsure of what he was supposed to do now. They were dead. Not gonna complain about how it's not fair. She remembered him complaining. No point in complaining. Might as well think about how to get out of this mess. Get out of limbo? That the god of death put you in? I mean, okay, I guess. We still have our chakra. Wait, what? Wait, how the fuck do you still have chakra? You're dead! If you had chakra, the most you could use would be yin. You quite literally can't have a life force and be dead.
Hey, that just sounds like a skill issue to me.
Atin, I'm about to vibe check your whole state.
Please do.
I mean, honestly, not going to object. Could use a bit of a vibe check, mate.
Oh, hey, I found it.
Maybe.
It's Hiyashi Master Eugenicist.
What?
What?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Oh, I have to see this.
Link provided.
Oh boy.
I have to read. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this a picture for ants?
Oh,
Just open it. It's an Imager album. It's great.
Oh man.
All right, let's read the funny green text. I can't read it because it's a fucking thing for ants. Let's go straight to the Imager Squirts.
Click the fucking link.
I did.
Oh, the fuck is this?
Oh, is this the fucking grand plan? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, this is what I was referencing.
God damn it. This is Crusader Kings 2. God damn it.
My man played the long game.
12 years before story starts, Kushina pregnant, his wife become pregnant, he assigns Hyuga to Anbu, Ninetale attacks, parents die, child survives, even more powerful, it's a girl, the plan begins! To honor him, the plan must be extra effective! It's time for the plan!
The plan begins. I fucking love the fucking Asian picture. That thing just makes me fucking laugh.
According to third Hokage, young Uchiha has wisdom of Hokage age 7. Plan? Itachi becomes Anbu. Yashi knows Itachi. He tells him about the plan. Itachi's in! Itachi begins to poke Sasuke.
My man played co-op Crusaders Kings.
Sasuke associates forehead poking with affection. He forces Itachi to kill entire family. Itachi spares Sasuke so the plan can continue and Konoha can be unified, but Hiyashi has other ideas. Hiyashi tells Danzo to shame about the Uchiha.
What a good plan.
In main story.
Wait, hold on. It doesn't have the smack lips. How can you have that quote without the smack lips?
Frustratingly, Hinata and Naruto end up in different teams. Naruto's in team with Sasuke, Kunoichi's girl with giant forehead. Don't worry, Itachi. Plan continues. It's all for the bloodline. I'm okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. They watch the final match, and Abi watch carefully, just in case things don't work out for Hinata.
Degenerate.
Oh, God.
I
This is
enjoy
great.
the hell out of this shitpost. This is great.
It is awesome.
Neji talks about father during the fight. Hiyashi realizes he might have fucked up a bit. That fish when you accidentally fuck up and you don't have a save.
Holy shit.
I hope you stoppable with his spawn.
God fucking damn it. Just as planned, he says, the bonds of gravity bring them closer. Oh God.
Oh yeah, Neji gets recruited to get the Uchiha kid back. Nearly dies.
Ugh. Never have I seen such stupidity.
Oh God, that's great. I love it.
Day
Oh.
arrives from another pot. Hinata's teammates are teasing her about a crutch. Good signs. Hinata declines.
Hinata declines. Oh God. Anyway, Obito will teleport to us and take us back to the real world. Naruto remembered Obito teleporting to the living world from the afterlife using his Sharingan before.
What? No, he did not.
What the fuck did that happen?
It didn't.
Good fucking question, my dudes.
Oh God. Shinigami God of Death shows up. They all beat the shit out of him. Okay. And then the old man appears and he's like, Naruto, yo, what up? And he's like, didn't even pay attention to the ass kicking the Death God got. You never showed up in the afterlife, so I came looking for you. It appears you've been banned from the afterlife. You here to pick us up? Nah, my son's chakra is preventing me from transporting you. You're part of the reincarnation cycle. Due to restrictions, I can't bring you with me. You will all be banished to another reality.
Yeah, that's normal.
I see nothing wrong here.
Uzumaki Kushina, you are banished to walk the earth as a ghost for the crimes of teaching seals to Namikaze Minato. You will forever walk through the Cloud Village and spend your death among those who sought to kidnap you. You know, you're not gonna be the first god I've ever kicked the shit out of. If you want to fight for real, let's go, bitch! And then he turns into a god himself.
What? No.
No. Press X to say no.
And
That's
the
the bell.
Shinigami was totally gonna fight Naruto, but then he realized Naruto was actually a god because his legs were gone.
That face when my legs are no longer okay.
And so he's like, well, shit, I guess Naruto's really a god now.
That face when the god wants to fuck your daughter.
Uzumaki Naruto, you are banished to forever walk foreign lands as a ghost. For the crime of ripping a hole through heaven and tearing space and time apart. Note, this is from the Boruto movie light novel. I never did that. Yes, you did. Your existence was expanding and was destroying the universe. Yeah, that is Boruto canon. To anyone not aware, Boruto canon is that Naruto has more chakra than the entire universe combined 4 times over.
What? No, it's what?
Yup, Boruto made that canon.
That's so incredibly dumb.
Is this before or after they called up Kishimoto and said, hey man, this is going horribly, please help?
I think this is before.
Okay.
Okay, is that
I mean,
with
it's certainly
or
something
without?
it's certainly something he could have written, but he usually didn't.
It was the first Boruto movie, so
Is that Naruto by himself, or is that Naruto with the
yeah,
with the
no,
BG?
without his power-ups.
Without his power-ups, he is it because of Sage chakra? Because he can tap into all the chakra in the universe, technically.
No, individually, his body contains more chakra than the entire universe 4 times over.
Yeah, that's not just jumping the shark. That is launching into fucking space over the shark.
Yes. Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
Yep. It's really dumb. You will go to a place where your chakra will not even take chance of reincarnating into your descendants. Explain. If you go back to our world, it will be possible for you to possess someone, and the problem will still exist. If you are banished to another world, then if you try to possess someone, you will need to abandon your power to do it. Otherwise, your chakra would cause the host to explode. Naruto side. If I abandon my chakra, that fixes a lot of problems. Also, did I really commit a crime I was unaware of doing? He bumped...
What?
Yeah. He bumped fists with Sage and passed his Sage powers back to the man, abandoning all of his powers. Wait, possess someone? And then he vanished. Oh, I see where this is going.
He vanished straight to hell.
Actually.
The hell with you.
Actually.
To careful with you.
Actually.
In another world, and then he appeared in a new place as a ghost. And he didn't have Kurama and or Sage Paths mode or Sage mode. Well, but he does have Sage mode. And even as a ghost and no chakra. Wait, what?
What? Huh?
Because Sage mode is something he learned. It's not an inherent skill.
Well, yeah,
It's...
but the problem is for a normal creature to enter Sage mode, they have to balance the natural energy of the world against the amount of chakra in their body.
Yes.
And he doesn't have
normally.
any chakra. So he has
Yes.
no ability to pull in natural energy because there's nothing to balance it against.
Because there's nothing to balance it against, there's no way for him to become corrupted. Therefore, he could just pull in as much as he wanted.
Well,
period.
no, that's actually the
And then make it
opposite.
his.
No, because the problem with Sage mode is if you don't balance the amount of chakra versus the Sage energy you're pulling in, then you turn to stone.
Yes, but he's a ghost, which he has no body to turn to stone. Therefore, he can pull in as much as he wants.
I mean, I'm pretty
I feel like I should
sure.
argue with this, but I
Pretty
can't.
sure you spiritually turn to stone as well.
What do you mean spiritually turned to stone?
Sneaky, that's not a thing that can happen.
My dude, they literally have an energy that is derived from their mental energy. I don't want to hear shit about their spirit being unable to turn to stone.
Yeah, but those authors fucking retarded, so that's how it's gonna work.
Yeah,
I bet.
it's fucking retarded, so guess what? You don't get to balance out retardation by being counter-revolutionarily retarded.
Apparently you do if you're this guy.
I mean, this is Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer. All he does is spend time looking at the bodies of small children, so I'm not really surprised.
What?
Oh,
yeah,
Simon wasn't here for that.
Did you
entire
not
saga.
know that Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer used to run a weekly lolly math check where he would mathematically, what's the word I'm looking for? Mathematically break down, mathematically
Prove?
yeah, I guess he would make mathematical proofs about lolly bodies every week on Twitter.
What? I've heard of memes like this, where it's like, this is why girls who are flat or lollies have bigger boobs than cow tits because they're part of a much larger breast. But no, no.
I don't even know what the fuck you just said, but yeah, he was just like, you see the thigh gap on the lolly? This is good, and this is mathematically why it's good, and it's just like, bro, you got problems.
It's the iceberg theory, Sneaky. What you're seeing is the tip of a much larger breast, like the tip of an iceberg.
Negative. Negative. That is not how that works.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Proved it with circles in a body. It was hilarious and retarded, but it was also great.
I'm gonna nuke Louisiana.
I don't know what I ate. My stomach is killing me.
I'm gonna vibe check so many fucking states.
Understandable.
Please do.
I can see everyone. They have spiritual energy and physical energy, but they don't have the chakra to connect it. That's not how that works.
It isn't.
It's called chakra in the Naruto world because you mixed spiritual and mental energy. That's what chakra is in Naruto. Is the mix of the
Really?
two energies.
I thought it was
What is it
magic
really?
fox juice.
I am going
I mean,
to drive
No, because Naruto gets it
to
from the
your
sewer.
house and vibe check your home with my car.
We have a good curb. I'm not worried.
Just watch how much air I can get.
so you're saying he's milking the fox?
Hey, yo, what?
That was not what I meant. It's from a sewer, my man.
Oh yeah, a sewer, quote unquote.
Sneaky just goes like, "Hey, yo, watch this fucking flip," and just fucking drives over Atin's house.
The Dukes of Hazzard theme comes on about this point.
Atin just starts hearing music, looks out his window, my fucking Subaru is plowing through it.
Yo, I wouldn't even be mad. I mean, I'd be mostly impressed. I mean, I'd be a little mad, but I'd be mostly impressed.
Atin, I am within 100 feet, and unfortunately you have not run fast enough.
Unfortunately, you shall now receive the vibe check.
I mean, since I invited you to my house, I figured it'd be pretty rude to run away, even if you are the third ugliest human being on the planet.
Sneaky just drives on the trees. Oh god, I fucking remember that. Remember that shit, Max?
Remember the time that Max lagged so hard in GTA we were teleporting a suicide bomb that didn't die?
That too.
Yeah.
That was great.
Sneaky just slapped the C4 on, and the explosion caused my poor little laptop at the time to lag. It's like, oh, cool.
We just
Nothing
lagged
happened.
through the explosion.
No. The explosion still occurred, and it killed things.
So the explosion did damage to your laptop.
Yes.
Yes, it caused temporary damage to my GPU at the time. And then what Sneaky's specifically referring to is our many hours in Dead Island.
So in Dead Island, the driving was jank, and there was one
That's
part.
being generous.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's very much being.
there was one part where you have this cliffside that goes down to the beach. And they had like all these little tiny areas on the road that you could like drive off of that were rampish sort of things, and they were supposed to be like little fun moments of like woo yay, and so
It's some air.
and so we were driving by the cliff on this one turn, and I looked and I saw that I was like, oh, there's like a ramp there, sort of like I can sort of see the ramp. And I was like, Max, I'm gonna ramp off. And he's like, wait, what? And so I do that, and instead of like, you know, flying and driving onto the beach or down the cliff or anything, we land on top of the palm trees and keep driving because the palm trees had such a massive collision box that when the palm trees were close enough together, they acted as another road.
Wow.
And so I'm driving on top of the palm trees, and Max is like, what the fuck? Sticky, what did you do?
Yeah. And then there's the multiple times that we got stuck in the trees. We
Yeah.
had to abandon the vehicle.
Oh, Dead Island was something else. Fucking 99 Dio bombs.
Those fucking deodorant bombs were such a mistake to introduce you to.
Yes.
They were the same damage value as a grenade. But they were
Toby.
so cheap to make.
It was so funny. Honestly, I liked Dying Light more than I liked Dead Island. But Dead Island was fun.
I think we had better multiplayer memories for Dead Island, but Dying Light definitely has the better systems.
I think the only reason why we had better memories of Dead Island is because the time period it came out in.
Well,
Probably.
I think the vehicle systems also had something to do with it.
Oh, the vehicles were just maximum silly. I have to agree with you on that one.
Like,
But I
if
mean, you got to
Dying
keep
Light
in
had
mind,
vehicles,
Dead Island came about back in the time when we were still in high school. Well, I was still in high school, and you know, the old group was still together. The old Train to Miami crew.
most of whom are still in that Steam group.
Yep. And we've never taken that train to Miami. And this world had never been visited by the Atutski clan before. No chakra to connect their spirit and physical energies. Yeah, you've already said that like 4 times. 15 years later, he couldn't find anyone. At this point, he was sure everyone was dead. Now to find a friend in this new world.
Everyone you know and love is dead.
Most unfortunate.
I mean, I don't know why he thinks that everyone he knows and loves is dead. He was only dead for 45 years, and the Uzumaki lived to at least 100. And he also brought peace to the entire world, so unless another world war broke out... which, I mean, hey, you know... could happen. Wielder of Copy Wheel Eye, Obito Uchiha gets teleported into Demon Slayer after impact from a rock. And he has both his Sharingans and becomes a Hashira so he can find a way to get home. 1 chapter, 700 words. I always love these authors that are like, I'm going to write a 500-word chapter. I am totally going to be able to do a story with this.
Consistently.
A song of magic. Something went wrong in the battle. Maybe it was Kakashi. Maybe it was Obito. He didn't know. None of them were here anymore. He didn't know what was going on in this empty, barren world. He would figure it out, though. And he will save the world, too, when the winter comes. Alright, so... this guy's got a decent update rate with a decent word count. You know, published June 2nd, 2022. 30 chapters, 160k words. Naruto Game of Thrones crossover, so it's hyper fucking cringe, don't get me wrong. But hey, you know, he's at least he's writing. The boy be writing.
Writing garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's writing. Which is more than some of these people.
It's not a high bar to clear, Sneaky.
Oh, I'm aware. Let's see. Naruto and She-Ra. No.
She-Ra.
Yeah.
There's nothing inherently wrong with She-Ra.
The reboot.
The reboot.
I see.
She is cat burglar. Love or money? Orange or ramen? Nami never knew how these things would be so hard to choose until she faced a dilemma in the final events of Wano. And part of that dissatisfaction she wished she could share with the blue-eyed man, but the navigator would be lying if she said she didn't feel horny for him. This is a sex story. It's a 15,000 word sex
I'm going
story.
to fucking bonk all of you.
Okay, what the fuck did I arrive to?
A sex story.
Naruto
I'm going
and
to
One
fucking
Piece.
bring out the bonk staff.
Please do.
Should I just leave again so I don't have to hear this?
You can do that whenever.
You are free to leave.
Naruto,
You just join
7
the suffering
Deadly
zone.
Sins crossover. Naruto, our goal is to dig every corner. Crossing to Naruto World, the protagonist didn't arrive in Konoha. Obtaining the power of sunshine from his gamer lottery system, the protagonist's goal is to dig every corner of Konoha. MC is in Ira. SIOC MC has Escanor power at start of Naruto.
I'm sorry, dig in every corner of
Yes.
what?
He has to mine every mountain and
Because you
check every
see,
hole.
Kitty, he is a dwarf, and he must dig a hole.
Great.
Can Jedi wear orange?
You mean, can Jedi go to jail? Because the answer to that is abso-fucking-lutely.
I mean,
You fucking Jedi.
at the start of their... Oh, by the way, Naruto as a Jedi? Are you fucking kidding me? That's a good
There is
fucking
no
joke.
emotion, there is peace.
Yeah, Naruto, Mr. Patience Peace Extraordinaire. Who definitely would never get angry at the thought of his precious ones being injured.
Who definitely always made calm, rational decisions that were not influenced by emotion.
He
Very
definitely
serene.
never used rage. He definitely never used depression. He definitely never relied on emotions such as murderous intent. 100% never relied on any such emotions.
Such a calming personality.
Yeah.
And a good influence on others.
Yeah. Naruto the Jedi. Okay, author. At the start of their trip.
If they'd said gray Jedi, I'd be willing to give it to him, but no.
I mean, just
Alcohol.
Force user. Just not even Jedi, just Force user.
Snaky, do you have any alcohol left over from New Year's?
I do. I have a whole bottle of coffee liquor.
Damn, can I have some?
Yeah, let me just send that to you.
Awesome.
Naruto and Jiraiya are pulled into the future, which apparently is Star Wars. Even so, Naruto took place before Star Wars, so Naruto, I guess, is a long time ago in a place very, 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 very far away.
Oh yeah.
Might you want to bet that they'll have no issues reading Galactic Standard and using advanced technology?
Probably not.
No bet.
With no way to go back home and no idea what's going on, what will they do? Well, I mean, Naruto won't stop trying to go back home because Naruto, until pretty much the end of the story, was an absolute fucking retard who didn't know when things were pretty much impossible, which admittedly, honestly worked out for him in the end, but that just because it worked in the end doesn't mean it was a good idea.
And Jiraiya definitely won't get immediately arrested for peeping on women.
Oh no, he probably won't. He can literally turn invisible. Using an energy that no one knows how to detect. Unless, of course...
Infrared, sensing people with force.
Well, yes, except for the part where Jiraiya's stealth was so good that he was able to stealth past sensor ninjas.
Yeah, but we're pretty sure that's because he was using some sage bullshit.
Oh, probably, but there's no reason he can't
Sage
do that
bullshit
here.
will probably fool the Force too.
Yeah, they probably would probably fool the Force even harder.
The question is, would the sage bullshit work in an area of more advanced technology and less nature shit?
Yeah, because you got to keep in mind. No, you got to keep in mind the unifying force is literally the entire galaxy.
It's the energy of the galaxy, yes.
Yeah, so quite literally, if you're going with the sage bullshit even working in the first place because life force of the galaxy, then
sage bullshit is
Wait, no, Jiraiya had to summon those two really old toads to do sage mode.
He had to do that in fight. Because he never got it down.
to fight, but to just, stealth past something, he could probably
Right,
just
fair
pull it up
enough.
for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Also,
I'm sorry, that shit was stupid. So I
Oh,
just
absolutely fucking dumb,
slept
but yeah.
past it.
think of how terrifyingly strong the Sage would be on Kashyyyk.
No, thank you.
I mean,
He'd have to remember not to light things on fire.
he would effectively, just in the Star Wars galaxy itself in general, he would effectively be invisible to Jedi, since they use the unifying force.
And Sith. And basically all Force users.
The Sith don't really use the unifying force, though, because they reject the whole oneness with the galaxy thing.
It doesn't matter, because if they're sitting there blending in as background noise, then they won't fucking see them in the
No,
Force.
no. There's 3 kinds of force in the galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah, so they don't use the unifying force. Which Sage Chakra probably would be the most likely to be aligned with.
But there are things like the Art of the Small, where you make your Force presence so small that no one can detect it.
Oh, well...
And then there's the one where you just blend into the background, which does effectively the same thing to make you invisible.
They're very different.
They're very different.
One will hide you from general perception, but is an active use of the Force and can, in fact, make it much easier for other Force users to detect you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the other one is reducing your Force presence so small that you can't use any other Force powers, but in exchange, you're not gonna be setting off the old Sithometer.
Ye old Sithometer.
Okay, yes,
that's
true.
That's pretty good.
But one of them is supposed to make you blend into the background.
Remember, then there's the Force power that just makes cameras go fucky around you.
Yeah, there's that one. Well, not just cameras, also droids.
No, because droid optical sensors can still get you.
Yes, ye old classic SCP.
I mean, basically.
But anyway, so can Jedi wear orange? But there are other, more sinister forces after them as well. With the Force to wield and a new group of friends, can Naruto change the galaxy? Naruto times Ahsoka. So Ahsoka gets into a romantic relationship with Naruto, and they're both Jedi.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
She's orange.
I mean, even Obi-Wan Kenobi had a romantic relationship at one point.
Yeah, because that worked so well for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, I am not talking about the Mandalorian chick. It was another Jedi.
And that works so well for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Literally,
Obi-Wan
everyone
Kenobi
died in his
worked out
arms.
so well for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
She lived. Well, okay. Later, she died of unrelated circumstances on a different mission where Obi-Wan wasn't even present. But
no, she died because she knew Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, that was the
That's
elf.
just how that works out.
It was the elf that died because she knew Obi-Wan.
Elf?
Yeah.
Faye.
No,
yeah,
it's
Faye.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's how it works for him.
3 or 4 different
fuck?
cannons.
What is the FIFA Naruto My Campaign from the pitches of high school stadiums to be played for shot at FIFA Championship League? Naruto Senju deals with the football life of a youngster, beginning from the 2016 soccer season, inspired by another soccer story.
No,
I beg your pardon?
AU.
It's a modern
do you see that
AU.
red X on the top right of the screen?
Why the fuck?
No, I don't see a red X at all. What are you talking about?
You want to press that?
No, there's no red X's here at
that?
all.
You want to press all
Are you looking at this stream? There's no red X's here anywhere.
Then you pull up command prompt and delete your C drive.
No, you can't do that.
That's
In
illegal.
Windows. It won't let you.
Okay, delete system 32, but
Actually, you can just do.
No,
the
it
force
won't let
command.
you do that one.
No, you
luckily.
can. No.
It
Well,
won't
okay,
on either
you can,
anymore.
but it takes a whole lot of effort.
Not
Well,
really.
they-
All
they
you gotta
stopped
do
You have
is
to
being
do-
able to delete systems.
Windows.
no. All you gotta do is take on the System 32, and then you just gotta do the force directory delete, and that bing bang boom, you fucked your computer.
And big bang boom,
Then
you
please do
suck.
it, goddamn.
Yeah, let me demonstrate now live on air. No, fuck you.
Allow me to demonstrate. You've been disconnected from the call.
Fucking.
Oh,
Oh.
FIFA, get the fuck out.
FIFA.
Imagine being tricked into
only
deleting
thing-
System
FIFA.
32.
More
Fucking-
degenerate than a FIFA video game is a FIFA fan fiction.
It really is.
No, wait until it's FIFA.
Forza.
I
We
kind
don't
of,
talk about
Forza.
I
You
kind of
have
do want to
mentioned
see
the
this.
cursed object. You will be removed.
All right, cringe
Which cursed
dialogue.
object?
Let's see here. Brat, we're here. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah
There are
blah.
several.
The author is trying to set Naruto up for totally changing as a person. Also, Kakashi is a really good guy.
No,
Blah
he's
blah
not.
blah blah blah
Kakashi is
blah.
objectively a bad
He's-
person.
He's an
fucking bad.
asshole who just reads porn all day.
No, just say it
Well,
straight.
to be
he's fucking
fair,
bad.
he has a reason to be an asshole. He has a reason for that. I mean, everyone he's ever loved is dead, but he's still an
The
asshole.
reason doesn't mean he's not
He's
an
like
asshole.
else.
though.
Oh,
I-
absolutely.
I de-aged Naruto for the story because it's very important that Naruto is 12 in this story and not 13. Why?
How
Author.
much you want to bet? he
Author,
starts,
please.
he starts fucking people before he's
No,
even
man.
14.
Well, no. See, the thing is, though,
No, man.
no, because it's an Ahsoka times Naruto story, which is what's throwing me off. Because why does it matter that they have age gap between them? Like, I'm sorry, but age gap really is only relevant in the modern era because people care
Sneaky,
about that.
haven't you heard? Twitter is all about that shit. Like, apparently, if you're older by someone than 1 or 2 years, you're taking advantage of them, and it's sus, and it's all these other bullshit
I'm
words.
sorry, who's saying this?
1 or 2 years? Seriously?
It was Sign saying that.
That's the standard
Anything
now?
more than 2 years.
No, sign. What's
Yep.
the source on this one?
I've seen it on Twitter multiple times. I don't have any direct
No,
links
On
right
fuck.
now.
fucking Twitter.
Hang on.
I've
Not
been
just Twitter,
to
also
4chan, but
YouTube.
not Twitter.
I like how he and I were fucking in stereo on that one. Twitter,
give me a minute.
Twitter's not real. Everyone knows that.
Twitter is not real. Stop believing that it is.
Yes.
Let
What
me
the
look it
fuck?
up.
This is Naruto being a very Naruto. What the fuck, Naruto screams? Yes, this is very much 12-year-old Naruto, known for his massive cursing and how he just drops F-bombs left and
Well, I
right.
mean, no, canonically he did curse a bit.
Not that much.
Ah, here we go.
I mean, he said bastard a lot, but that's really it.
That's not
Here's
really a
one
swear.
of the videos.
Oh, Rev says Desu. Yes, this guy.
He's just pointing out shit on Twitter, pointing out bigger trends, but
Hey, what's
yes.
up, guys? Right.
I just don't like the fact that he's using the whole fucking
The VTuber thing?
the female VTuber thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody's fucking doing that now, apparently.
There's
I
an
guess
app
everybody's
for that.
fucking bandwagon.
No, I know.
There's an app for that.
Minor coded. What in the fuck?
What the fuck is minor coded?
Minor code. Well,
Means even though she's an adult, she looks like a minor.
Oh my fucking.
But she doesn't look like a minor at all. She sounds too young. This outfit looks like a teenager would wear it.
she's a literal Marin or Marin
Here you
or
go.
whatever the fuck. Seriously?
The
Marin.
fandom views her as a minor.
20-year-old
Ah, yes, of
child.
course. The fandom
20-year-old
views her as a minor, so therefore she's a child. Okay.
Yeah,
Kind of
You
surprised
said-
that you haven't run into this bullshit before now, Sneaky.
No,
Yeah.
there is no.
This was a big thing with the Uzaki-chan anime.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
no, like you're
Exactly.
saying, like, oh, she's short, therefore she looks like a child. I was like,
Oh.
Yes,
None
because
of women are built like this.
Any
and then
girl
literal women.
under 5'7" is a child? What?
Yep.
What the fuck? Wait, hold the fuck up. No. Hold the fuck up. Average height
It's
of
not
women. I'm almost
Isn't it
100%.
like
It's gonna be
5'6"?
5'6". Yeah, it's gonna be fucking 5'6" or some shit.
yeah, in America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's
5'4". Bruh.
See?
Any girl under 5'7" is basically a child. Average height of women, 5'4".
They're children.
I'm. This is why I don't go on Twitter. Anime fans will never get past the pedophilia allegations because here is this picture of a child that is aged up to the age of 22 in a fully clothed outfit and not naked at all.
Yep.
What? How is that pedophilia? She's 22!
Gun.
Well, don't you know she was a child at one point in her life? We all were!
Yeah, that's how that works, though. She's a literal child, but they aged her up.
It's like, okay,
Or
don't
like the
get me wrong.
thing.
Okay, look. Is it weird if it's a story, like if it's an Avatar: The Last Airbender story, and all of those people in the main cast are like, like 13, 14-ish, right? Is it weird if I stumble across an Avatar story where they're all 18 or 19 and fucking? Yes, a little bit.
No, not really.
No, it's weird because it's like, okay, well, the main cast was really young, and it's a little bit weird that you're like, I want the main cast to be older so they can fuck, but at least you're making them older so they can fuck. You know? It's like, it's weird in that, it's like, that's like your first thought of like, oh man, I want them to have sex, so at least I'll age them up. It's like, okay, at least you're aging them up.
It's like, on one hand, I hate you. On the other hand,
I mean, thank you for not being a pedophile? Right? It's like, oh man, anime fans are pedophiles because they like women that are
Twitter
22
users
years
make a
old.
shocking discovery about.
Honestly,
I'm going to have to watch
Twitter
all of these to see how bad they are.
I'm sorry, what the fuck is this shit?
They're retarded.
An adult posing in very ecchi manner with childlike outfits is clearly child porn.
Yep, that is
I'm sorry,
child
can
or
you repeat
minor
that?
coded. It's
Yeah.
minor coded.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
It's a 23-year-old woman posing in ecchi positions with clothing on that is very cosplay-y and lingerie-y.
Alright, what if she... Okay, hang on a minute.
Okay, that
means
does not
nothing.
sound like anything.
Have you been to
unusual.
an American mall in the summer?
Okay, my point is, okay, so basically it
Yeah.
looks like she went through Victoria's
Oh,
Secret to
yeah,
do a
that's-
cosplay. That's what she looks
Okay,
like.
that's
Sounds right.
fan service, but
Right, that's my point though, is it's an adult who did cosplay in basically Victoria's Secret outfits.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
needs clothes, but okay.
yeah, I mean, listen,
you know what? That's a nice clap. That guy had a nice clap on that weird ass person. Sees adult woman doing erotica, thinks immediately of children. I think the problem is you.
Yeah.
That
Doesn't have that much
is a little
self-reflection.
bit
Yeah, okay. That is just
I think they're
fucking weird.
projecting a little bit.
Twitter users call Rebecca a lolly. She's not a fucking lolly. Oh my god.
Everyone knows she's not a lolly except for
She's
Twitter
not a-
users.
I fucking hate Twitter.
Hey, what's up, guys?
fucking hate
Welcome to
Twitter.
the internet. Twitter are the ones who are influencing everyone else through osmosis.
Yes, I dislike it. Fuck Twitter. Re.
Okay,
Like
now,
on
now,
4chan
to be fair though, I will say, I did see a lot of Rebecca art that was very much not drawn in the spirit of Rebecca and looked a lot like a child.
Oh yes, because some people are fucking degenerates. That does
Some
not give
people.
everyone else the excuse to go. Oh, that means she's like
Oh,
this. in
well,
this
yeah, no,
fucking
absolutely.
story.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying. I saw a significantly large portion of art that was not drawing her as her character art is. I saw a significant portion of art that was making her a lot skinnier and a lot thinner and more childlike. And I was just like, this is
Yeah,
weird.
they'll do that.
So I will say, okay, you know, I'm not going to say they're right, but there is somewhat of a weird audience that is gathering around this character that's making me feel uncomfortable for also liking that character.
yeah.
That's because anyone that's small is automatically a lolly for some people. But if I can find it,
What, you have a chart?
Do we have a lollyification chart?
Lollification.
I will fucking stab you
I
if you ever
feel
say that
like
again.
that was linked in this Discord, like. a
No,
month
that was the
ago.
furry chart, Max.
That was the furry chart.
Oh, okay, that was.
No, I'm pretty sure a similar chart was pulled up either in a Discord or own stream, like in the
Yeah,
last.
I mean,
month.
we very well might have had the lolly
No,
chart
I
in
don't
here,
think
too.
we.
Sneaky, this conversation has happened before.
I mean, probably
That's
wouldn't
true.
be.
I know I have
I mean,
one somewhere.
You hadn't learned about the minor coding nonsense until.
Where is the,
Hey, what's up?
there's a cyberpunk one. I'm looking for it
Oh, no.
with veteran Coomer.
Oh yes,
Okay, I do
yeah.
have
I've seen
the
that one.
chart,
Yeah, yeah. The veteran Coomer by Ball Buddy. Yeah,
Yes.
that one was funny and also pretty much summarizes my opinion about that whole thing.
She's not a lolly.
But can I tell
Okay.
people I like her then? No, because right now everyone thinks she's a lolly. Yeah.
Dear Kuma.
I closed
Before
the
I proceed
stream.
to tell everyone anyway. Listen. The way I told
Hey, what's up,
people to
guys?
get
Rev
into
here.
it was,
Yesterday we talked.
listen. There is a thick-thighed shotgun maniac.
Right.
Dibs thick thighs.
She's practically thighs.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
I'm not contesting that. I'm just saying her entire body is like 80% thigh gap. Or
Yeah.
thigh.
The myth of the consensual lolly. Jesus Christ. Oh God. Just a reminder, the average height of women is 5'4" in America, and Americans tend to be bigger than everyone else in the world.
I was gonna say
seriously,
the height of the average woman in Japan is like what, 5'1"?
I think it's pushing 5'1", yeah.
Damn, that's fucking small.
The average height of people
Here
in
we go.
Japan. The average height of people in Japan for men is 5'8". Jesus Christ. And the average height of women is 5'1" to 5'2".
Yeah, if you're an average American, you pretty much tower above the Japanese.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
yeah, no.
Fucking manlets.
Oh, God.
Really bad. Like, listen, I've spoken about my friends before, the ones who have tall, like, bred into them with their, like, 5'11", their 5'9", 5'10" mother, and their 6-foot father.
Mm-hmm.
One of them went to Japan. It was hilarious, the pictures.
And then we got women over here who are like, if you're not 6'2", you can't get with this.
And she's also like 500 pounds and like
Oh yeah.
2'4".
Oh yeah. She's broke.
Has
She won't
3
wash the
kids.
dish. She can't cook.
From
Has
3
4
different men.
kids. Yup.
My face when I report actual child pedophilia on Reddit and see no action by the mods. I am very surprised. Yeah.
Has a dog
That's because
Yeah.
Reddit
that
mods
she's
like CP.
far too fond of.
Two things are infinite: the universe and AO3 being degenerate. Yeah, true.
I fucking
AO3 is awful.
The shit on AO3,
I mean, I go to QQ because they're degenerate and they'll buy my shit. I stay away from AO3.
AO3 is
It's
just...
a pickup.
Honestly, The Purge is the
AO3
best
is
thing that ever
killing.
happened to fanfiction. I will maintain this opinion because it made all of the... Okay, it made 90% of the really fucked up degenerates go to AO3.
It's a quarantine zone, yes.
Oh my god, the shit I see on AO3, it's just like, what the absolute fuck is going on here?
Hell is the shit allowed on the internet?
I will never forget the day I filtered a fic for male times female only, and 95% of the stories for that section disappeared.
Yeah.
And then I
had that happen.
allowed female on female and genfics to be included in the search, and only 90% of the stories disappeared. And I was just like, bruh.
There's still gay stuff, just not
Oh no,
labeled.
there's still a whole bunch of gay stuff, and I was just like, bruh.
Bruh.
They just don't market as gay.
No, it's even worse than that. They deliberately market.
Remember, it's not gay if they insert a bunch of terrified, desperate freaks with their excuses.
No, it gets worse than that, because these people literally mark shit as not gay, or they'll even go as far as to mark relationships in the story as straight, so they can slip gay relationships into the story to fight homophobia, air quotes.
Yep. I've seen that shit.
Yep.
That's...
It's like, here's a gay scene. Enjoy.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
There's
Oh, you didn't enjoy it? What's wrong with
fucking
you?
gay scene.
One of the
That's
most
twice as long
frustrating
as the
things.
actual chapter.
Yeah, like Lily. One of the most frustrating things ever was watching a woman write a My Hero Academia story in which Izuku basically had the power set of Leviathan from Worm,
Okay.
with all of the inability of actually being able to control it. And so, like, the first time he turned into Leviathan, he caused mass damage and casualties.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, but, was he with, Explosion Boy or half and half?
Neither. He ended up having a gay moment with, Red Riot.
What?
What?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Nani?
Okay, it's better than Explosion Boy, but, like,
Yeah, so basically, like, honestly, the first, like, 10 chapters of the story was fine. Like, the author was writing Izuku as a very emotional boy, and I was like, alright, you know what, he's killed a whole shit ton of people, he had a pretty fucked up childhood, him being, like, really weird and socially awkward and emotional is fine, right? And then he starts writing the My Hero Academia section, you know, like, when they're in the high school thing.
Yeah.
And and the author is just writing these locker scenes that are just really fucking weird, where the guys are like, you know, softly dragging their hands down each other's shoulders as they walk by each other, and like
what the fuck?
slapping each other on the ass and giggling. And I'm just like, you don't know what goes on in a guy's locker room, do you?
Woman.
You are completely oblivious as to how guys
Just
interact, aren't you?
Woman.
Yeah. It was quite literally woman moment of like they were the reason why I call it woman moment especially is because specifically there was one scene I'm remembering where it's like Izuku had a moment of trauma because, you know, someone said something to him that reminded him of, you know, his fucking massacre that he accidentally caused as a child. And, you know, he had a red-haired guy, like, you know, put his hand on his shoulder. He's like, Izuku, you know, don't worry, man. You know, we're all here for you. You know, it's, you know, don't listen to what everyone else says. We're your friends. You know, you're like, good, genuine, like, oh, yeah, okay, you know, thumbs up shit. And then they're like, then they start staring into each other's eyes and they blush and then they look away from each other and it's just like, what?
Yes, because
And then the author's
thinking
like,
about
they
the
are
deaths
very good
of
friends.
A couple hundred people,
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck, is going to be a very romantic situation.
No, it's worse than that. It's because the author the entire time just had Izuku and all of the boys do this with each other all of the time, and they were all just they were just friends. They weren't romantic with each other. They weren't attracted to each other. They were just
I almost
really
feel
good
like
friends.
it's a shitpost making fun of the stuff where they like
It wasn't.
gay bait people.
No, it wasn't at all. It was quite literally, I was in the comment section because AO3 has a comment section. It quite literally, the author was a woman and didn't understand why some people were getting weirded out by how they were writing guys. They quite literally, I'm remembering a comment from them of them saying something along the lines of like, what do you mean guys are just friends with each other?
I guess, you know, I just have really bad news then.
It's just like,
It would appear that everyone that I'm friends with in this chat, we may actually just be filthy degenerates.
oh yeah,
Wow.
the shit. Oh god, yeah, the Civil War AU. Fucking god damn it, I was so pissed off by that. So one story on AO3 I found was actually fucking amazing.
What? Oh, the
Civil
Class
War.
A Civil War.
Yeah, Class A Civil War.
Which one?
The original.
Oh.
The one that
Yeah,
finished.
yeah.
So basically, Class A Civil War is this idea that as their capstone project for each year, they had to split the class in half, and they would basically, one side would be the heroes, one side would be the villains, and they were told that this is the location this would occur, this is what the objectives were in general, but you would find out your exact objectives the day of because it's supposed to be like this, like, you know, now that you're here, you figured out the details of exactly where everything is, and so this is what you have to do now. And the idea is like the villains had several objectives of like, the villains have to rob the bank, they have to bomb this store, they have to capture this robot VIP in the high rise, and, you know, like they had these different villain objectives, and the heroes didn't know this, but like they were told of 5 important people in the city. They were told of the 3 banks in the city, and like one of the banks was going to be hit. But they didn't know which one, so they had to do hero things to investigate, to figure out, you know, where the villains are going to go, what are they going to hit, what's a diversion, what's actually the objective, that sort of stuff. So, like, actual
That's
shit you would do
cool.
if you were trying to teach kids to be heroes.
Imagine.
Sounds great.
And the whole point of the story is that Deku gets turned into the kingpin for the villains. But
That was a good
Deku,
story.
it was a great story, but Deku being Deku, it questions his teacher and goes, wait, so when does the capstone project start? And the teacher tells him, what do you mean? I told you you're the kingpin. And Deku goes, oh shit.
It's now if I
fucking
wanted to.
goes to
It
town.
starts now. Like months before the actual event. And so he sets up this fucking amazing series of events. And like, the author does
Can
an
you link
amazing
this?
job. Huh? Yeah, I can link it.
Can you link it?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like
It's great. I don't want to spoil it, but it's an amazing series of events, and he pulls off some crazy shit, and you're like, what's going on? And then they do a retrospective at the end where they're like, oh, you know, when I talked to this person or I did this thing, this is what it did, and this is why I did that. And it was like this whole breakdown because, you know, it's a post-action report. And it was great. It was fantastic. The author handled it amazingly.
I actually lost that a while ago. Wasn't able to find it again.
So,
I
problem
need
here.
to.
The story is
is-
finished, by the way, so it's been finished for a while.
Let's see, AO3.
The problem here, though, is on AO3, you can do what's called spiritual sequeling. And this is where you can write a story and post it, linking it to another story.
Without the author's approval.
Yes. Now, the author can disable this function,
But they don't.
but they usually don't.
because most of them don't even know about the damn thing. I bet.
Probably. And so 2 stories were spawned by this. Unfortunately, a vastly inferior one by the same author who tried... No, I don't think it was by the same author. It was by another guy who was trying
No,
to
the
do...
guy did come up with the sequel.
Okay, so it was by the same author, the one where they all went to the grade up and they moved to the island this time instead? That was the real sequel?
Wait a second. Let's see, there's a sequel. I'm not seeing that this is on Island.
Okay, but because there was 2
Yeah.
stories that spawned off of the Civil War AU. There was a direct... Okay, so one of them was the direct sequel. Okay. So one of them was supposed to be the next step, because originally the Civil War was just their class, and then with each grade up, they're supposed to move to a bigger and bigger environment. And this time around, they were going to do the Hero Civil War, which is where it was going to be half of UA and half of that other hero school, and half of the other hero school were going to be villains, and then the other halves would be the heroes. And so it was supposed to be this giant mass of heroes that sort of knew each other, and this giant mass of villains that sort of knew each other. And they had 3 cities and 3 times the amount of objectives, and you know.
Yeah, Sneaky, is it the one that are linked in fanfiction or writing?
I've never heard of this one. Really? Okay. So like I said, there was a couple that spawned off of it.
Because R linked one of them. I'm not sure if it's that one or if that one is the spin-off.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes,
Okay, so
the
this is
Hero
the one?
Class Civil Warfare by Rogue Druid is the original one.
Okay, I need to reread this because this was. Oh,
This
damn.
was an amazing one, yeah.
Damn, that was. In
The
terms
sequel's
of
trash.
My Hero Academia fix, it is so far above what we usually come across is not even fucking. It's not even the same fucking ballpark. They had to build a new one.
It was so it was so fucking good. So, what's Danger Days? What was this one?
Let's see, translated into French, Spanish, and Polish. Polish of all things. Okay, that's unusual.
Yeah, Rogue Druid tried to write a sequel and it ended up fucking dying so hard, and it was not good at all.
Yeah, shit.
Okay, yeah. So Hero Class Danger Days was apparently the after. There was like the after action of like the repercussions of what happened during Civil Warfare.
There is intersection though.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
no,
Intersection.
That's inspired by, and that might be shit too.
Yeah, Intersection was the inspired by one. So yeah, Hero Class Danger Days, I believe, was the upgraded one where they're on the island.
That updated September.
Okay,
So
yeah.
might not be dead.
Dude, it's got 2,000 chapters.
I'm sorry, you want to try that again?
2,000 words per chapter, 10 chapters update.
2,000 chapters? I'm like, what?
First posted in 2018. Yeah, my dude, over the course of 4 years, he put out 10 chapters, 2,000 words long.
Oh,
he's never finishing this one. Yeah, he's never finishing this.
That's more dead than our hopes and dreams.
You still have hopes and dreams?
Oof.
No, that's the point.
Let's see. Is this the island one? Come on, is this the island one? Yeah, the end of term exams. Okay, yeah. So Danger Days is the island one.
Intersection is the one where they pretend to be gay as a joke to mess with the canon class.
And
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. So Intersection is the spiritual sequel, where it takes the Civil War AU and they cross over into the canon universe. So they
with no explanation, because fuck you.
Yeah, no explanation, of course. But it's like, oh, the Civil War AU's over and done, so everyone has radically different personalities now and has different opinions of people now because people's true metal was exposed during the Civil War AU.
I mean, I can understand them having different interactions with Midoriya, because the shit he did, I mean, that...
Oh, the shit he did was, yeah. But the thing is that with this crossover, they're like, oh, wouldn't it be fun? They had the characters from the Civil War AU go, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we convinced all of the canon characters, which, I mean, I'm using canon characters, but they didn't. If we convinced all of the canon characters that actually were all gay, and so they all paired off into gay lover relationships, and then they, quote, realized the truth of their fake relationships by spending time with each other.
This is fucking retarded. That it's gay bait shit that these people do every single time.
If you just try being gay, you'll find out you can actually choose to be
You're
gay.
actually gay.
It's like, wait, I'm sorry. Are you saying gay is a choice
now?
Did
they just say that being gay is a choice?
Oh, Intersection, 100%. Intersection is 100% of the author of that story is of the opinion that you can choose to be gay.
Well, there you go. You can choose to be gay. It's a choice now.
Yep.
So choose not to be gay.
No, that's homophobic.
In the classical sense, yes, I'm absolutely disgusted by it.
But yeah, no, I hate Intersection, and unfortunately, Danger Days Danger Days was just trying to do what Civil War did, but escalating it massively, and unfortunately, the interest of Civil War was the fact that Deku was the leader and he was doing all sorts of crazy shit. But now, like, in Danger Days, like 80% of the story Deku has no effect on. And so it's kind of
It
like...
got bloated too, didn't it?
Well, yeah, because it's literally 3 entire hero high schools versus each other.
The guy knew what he was doing for the first one.
Well, the first one was literally a 12-on-12. The second one was like 140 versus 140, and like 90% of the story was unplanned by Deku. So it's like the whole point of the first one was everything was planned by Deku, all according to Kakaku, ha ha ha, villain levels rising. But the second one decided to capitalize on that by doing nothing that made the first story good.
Are we actually recommending My Hero Academia fic on stream?
I mean, yeah, I mean, sometimes you get really good stories, you know? I have...
On stream.
I've recommended a Undertale fic on stream before.
I think we've
Undertale-
recommended
Get
maybe
the
10
fuck
stories in the
out.
course of this entire show.
Recursion is an amazing fic. It's also...
Undertale, what
yeah,
the hell?
Undertale Recursion. It's by the same guy who wrote Deathless, which was also an outstanding World of Warcraft fic where Yogg-Saron, being the void god of death, doesn't quite die when you kill him.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Is that linked anywhere?
Yeah, let me, pull him up. He was... he also wrote an amazing, Subnautica story.
Right, Subnautica. Okay.
Unfortunately, I think the author's, like, dead, so...
That's unfortunate.
Why does
Oof.
that fucking happen?
Well, apparently people are not immortal, kitty.
Yeah, coincidenceless.
How fucking dare they? They should be immortal until I am fully entertained.
No,
yes,
I was
it
reading.
worked for me.
Oh, actually, he updated
Oh,
2
God,
years
I don't
ago
even
his
know.
profile saying he's going to college.
I don't even know what it was. I think it was
His soul's dead.
Worm and
Yeah.
Iron
But his
Man of all
profile's
things,
effectively
and the author
dead.
dropped dead while mowing the lawn.
In the world of fanfiction,
remember
I'm
that
going
one,
to
yeah.
college. All right, we will.
And I'm like,
Never
fuck,
see-
that was
We'll
good.
We'll never
Right.
see this man ever again.
So, this story was fantastic. This story was fantastic. And this story was fantastic. I can't say much about the rest of them, but those 3 definitely were peak.
Let's see. Amphiles? Okay, I'll read it.
Yeah,
Let's
basically the
see.
story of In Charge is that amphiols, the eels that have those giant electrodes on them, turn out to be a little bit smarter than a normal fish because they have a lot of energy coursing through them in their brain and they're communicating with electrodes. So, like, they can count and shit.
I mean, okay.
And so they end up being able to communicate eventually.
I am putting all 3 on my reading list.
Well, at least it's not like that one My Hero Academia fic where the author decided to turn Jiro into a tranny because reasons.
Shiro?
I'm sorry, what?
Jiro, the girl with the
Oh,
ear
ear jacks.
Yeah. Okay.
ear jacks, yeah.
And do a tranny?
Yep. Because he could. I asked about this and almost got banned because you're not supposed to question this now. You're supposed to just accept it.
Oh.
When I pointed out, no, it's a bad move plot-wise, they're like, well, you can't say that about it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's fan
Yeah, that
fiction.
sounds
Anything
about
can
right.
happen, don't you know? It's fan fiction, therefore we don't have to actually write stories. We can just write literally shit on a page.
And if you ask, but why though? What does it actually add to the story? All you get is, but it adds inclusion.
Gotta have that inclusion and diversity.
Yeah, in all those fantasy stories,
You should get yourself educated.
we gotta make sure that all of our fantasy stories reflect the real world precisely as it is. That's what a fantasy story is all about.
For
So
escapism.
13%.
I read to escape to a world where I don't have to deal with my problems, where our D&D
That's
is
what I
real,
write.
damn it. And my name
Sex,
is
chrome, and rock and roll.
Oh, that reminds me. What is the self-termination rate?
The what?
Do what?
The suicide
Oh,
rate.
42.
68%, 69%.
Is it that high?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
high.
Wait, has it gotten?
That
No,
was
it's
a little bit lower.
100% gotten higher. It used to be 45. I was
Oh,
making
it
a
has
42
gotten a
joke.
lot higher.
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
68, 69%. Okay. Well, there goes your jokes.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunately, mental problems tend to breed mental problems.
I mean, with all of the quirk discrimination in story, you really think they'll be accepting of
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so sex, chrome, and rock
that
and
guy
roll.
can mind control people. Let's bully him.
Yeah, right.
But trans, that's fine.
Yeah. When
What
V
kind of
woke up,
fucking
very much not
Giga
dead.
brain move was that?
What
There's a
also
mind
unwanted
controller.
visitor in her head, known as Johnny Silverhand. What started as a mutual hatred. Also, by the way, playing female V with Johnny Silverhand in your head is just awkward. I was like, I'm sorry, but
It was kind of weird, yeah.
I don't.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I have never actually played with female V simply because it's a first-person game, and I thought it would be
Female
weird.
V
I
wasn't
played with
bad.
female V to see how the story would change. It's
Not
basically
much.
Johnny going, man, tits feel weird, and I like touching myself. All right,
Yes.
thanks, Johnny. That is
Yeah.
exactly what I expected.
I mean,
Yes,
that's
that's
pretty much
great.
what I expected, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was weird. I didn't want to like.
Yeah, I actually restarted just to re-roll for a male character because after a while it's like, you know what? No, I mean her voice acting is great, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
Talk about
The voice
legitimate
acting is
reasons
great.
Oh, the voice
for
acting is
gender
fantastic.
dysphoria.
Yeah.
Here's
Poor
the thing.
Johnny.
The voice
Yeah.
acting is great. They just never like. How do I say this? They never executed on what they were setting up, and they didn't bother to go try and tackle any of the difficult questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, to be fair though, they had a very diverse writing staff this time around, so it was a very inclusive story. By having
Yes.
it was so inclusive, they changed absolutely nothing between all of the options.
Absolutely.
That is the thing that annoys me the most. I'm like, there was so much potential here.
See, if we want to talk about a real inclusive story, let's talk about fucking Dragon Age Origins. And it's 29 different fucking endings.
That's fucking
29?
ridiculous.
What?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it
was
was
ridiculous.
insane, yo.
Yeah, Alistair had 4 different endings.
One of which
Everyone
was
had
gay.
like 4.
Wait,
No,
let
one of
me
which
see
was
here.
No. I meant like Alistair affected the actual ending 4 different ways.
Yep.
Okay,
Morgan
Dragon Age
Morgan
Art.
multiplied those endings by 3.
It was bad.
It's like,
What?
holy shit. Yeah. No, so some of the characters were so crucial to the plot. Differences between them got you radically different endings. And it's just like, if your character was a girl, you got a different ending than if your character was a guy. And you did the
If your
exact same
character
things.
was a girl, you could not impregnate Morgan and make the demon baby, so you had to get Alistair to cuck you to do it.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, no, straight up.
Yes.
Like I said, Dragon Age Origins had so many fucking endings that were actually great, and it's just like, oh, this is nice. Literally, no matter how I play, I'm getting a cool ending.
Well, no, but it was one of the most interesting things because, right, I played as a guy, and I looked at Morgan and I'm like, well, you're the only option that I would like. Let's be clear. put my dick in with hesitation, but still put my dick in.
Yeah, you didn't have a lot of choices as the guy character. Let's be real here.
No, not many.
Like, you actually got a bad end if your character was gay and as a guy. That was funny.
That was hilarious.
That is
Well,
funny.
no, I mean, you could technically you still had the option to fuck Morgan, but
yes, but
Yeah.
that was that. But that's the thing though. Is like you actually got endings depending on the race, depending on Alistair's opinion of you, depending on Morgan's opinion of you, depending on your sex, depending on who you fucked, depending on when you fucked. It's like what?
They went full retard on it.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure there was a ending where you had the baby with Alistair or something, and then Morgan steals it.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, it was just like
Female character in romance style.
it's like oh, it's like holy shit! Why are there so many endings?
there were so many things. I'm sorry, I had to answer the door for my food. There were so many things I loved about Dragon Age.
Yeah, Dragon Age Origins was great.
Yeah, no. I went for the Mass Effect, not the Mass, blah, blah, blah. The Morgan ending.
Of course, that's the
The good Morgan ending.
It's the only good Morgan.
The one where you live.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously, yeah. The not dying part's quite important. Though I will say, when I was first proposed by Morgan what her plan was, I was like, okay, first off, bitch, you're crazy. But at the same time, I'm interested in where you're going with this.
Yeah, exactly. This is crazy, but fuck it, let's see where it goes.
You're fucking insane.
Like they tell you, it's like, okay, so how do we defeat this thing? Well, I can take away the invulnerability of anything. How? You gotta make a demon baby with me. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, what?
Also, you have to help me kill my mom, who's a dragon.
Who's also the god elven. She's like the elven god of magic or some shit.
Who? Morgan?
Flemeth.
Flemeth. No, she's a dragon.
No, she's the elven god of magic who possessed the dragon, who then possessed Flemeth.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and then also there was an option where you could have Flemeth possess Morgan.
Which was a bad end, yes.
Which is obviously the bad end, yes. But still, it was an option, and it's like, what the fuck? What is with all of these endings?
Back in DA2.
Oh, God.
Listen, my favorite thing is that they canonized that A, the Grey Warden was a guy, and B, he fucked the shit out of Morgan.
Yes, that was great.
Okay, but listen, I do want to actually listen. There were a lot of things I didn't like about Inquisition, including the weird, spunky elf.
Yeah.
But god damn, did they do a fantastic job of integrating the different choices that you made.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, the integration was great.
The integration was fantastic. Oh my god, though, fuck that bitch. Literally the entire time she was talking to me, I was like, do I have to ever bring you with me? Because if I don't have to bring you with me ever, I'm fucking not. Fuck you. I hate your attitude. I hate everything you do. If I could kick you out of the Inquisition, I would.
I can't, because the game won't let me. Which, by the way, never was I sadder that BioWare removed the companions will leave if you're a dick.
Yeah, right. Hell, there wasn't even an ending if you dismissed your entire party.
That ending was funny as shit.
There was an ending for that?
Yeah.
Yes! Well, no, we should be clear. There was a you dismiss your entire party ending, and there was a your entire party ditched you ending.
Yes. You are such a bastard, everyone left, and also Lone Wolf ending. MLG 920. Alright, let's see what else we got here. We got Built Different, a cyberpunk edge runner fic. Of course it is. The fact David could use the Sandevistan that he found in his mom's EMT jacket at all was a miracle, yes. The fact that it seemed to accept him as well and give him access to its secret systems proved he was just built differently.
Secret systems?
David gets access to the Cyberpunk 2077 gamer system.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. You want to repeat that?
Honestly, that's pretty shit because the Cyberpunk 2077 RPG system is fucking garbage. I'm sorry,
It's
but
not
it
great.
is.
David starts looking at it. 2% crit with pistol. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Although technically, it would prevent him from ever suffering cyberpsychosis from the Sandy.
True, or for anything really, because remember, V was like
Okay,
90%.
there's actually a reason
Okay,
why they
but they
never
did-
suffer
Yeah, they
cyberpsychosis,
did
and it's literally
canonize
because
that.
they have two minds.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what? That's
they even
fair.
say in
That's
the
a
anime,
good-
like,
No,
David
also,
is
it
extremely
wasn't-
resistant to cyberpsychosis,
wasn't
and he still
just-
fucks up.
It wasn't just that. It was two minds, and they were being offloaded to a computer chip, and so actively any damage done by cyberpsychosis was being healed by the chip, but also the damage was reduced because they were actually thinking on a computer.
There's also the fact that technically they're going, well, he's not getting cyberpsychosis because you're the one controlling it. Because they're the player character, basically.
Well,
Arguably,
no,
he is always cyberpsychosis.
No, we're quite literally talking about canon. Like they canonize this,
Yeah.
like the reasons why. Like you being the player character is not the reason why you didn't get cyberpsychosis. That's that's the authorial reason. We're talking about the in-universe reasons. Like they quite literally tell you this in one of the endings of like, hey, the reason why you were able to do all this shit is because your brain was half computer.
Which ending was that? I don't
That
remember.
was the Johnny stays with you ending.
That had to have been one of the endings.
Do you mean Johnny
well
takes? Do
after
you
they
mean the one
started
where you
patching-
let Johnny take over?
No, maybe it was the you both turn into AI ending.
There isn't an ending where you both turn into AI.
No, you get
One
soul
of you
killered.
always-
No, you get soul killered.
No. I'm sorry. Let me phrase that. There isn't one where you both like fuck off with alt and become AIs.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, no. No.
Sorry, you get soul killered in every ending.
Not really. No.
Yes. In order for alt to put you or Johnny together,
Right.
someone must be soul killered.
Right. No. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. But yeah, no. Quite literally, they were like, at the ending, they were like, look, it's the only reason why you're able to do this is because you got two fucking brains and half of you because of a computer already, and your brain damage. Your brain literally can't. Your brain was literally mush by the end of the story.
Yeah, like, basically, it's funny. They found a way to stop cyberpsychosis, but, it's fucked up. You can't even use it.
You need a brainectomy, yes.
Yeah, you just need to remove
Well, no,
the brain.
in theory, getting soul killered and then engrammed would significantly reduce the amount of cyberpsychosis sufferers. Just everyone's engrammed.
Well, yes, but also the fact that the reason why cyberpsychosis is happening is because your body is reacting to all of the tech in it and how it's interacting with your brain, and you're losing your humanity and shit, and getting soul killered and engrammed quite literally removes all of your humanity. So it's pretty much, it's like skipping to the end of the AI meta stage.
I think another part of that is conflicts between manufacturers on
100%,
cyberware
100%, yeah.
contributes to it. Like if you went straight one manufacturer all the way down the line, you would be far less likely to go cyber psycho than mix and matching.
True.
Anyway, Iron Fist, it's my OC going through 2077. And Edge Runners at the same time. It's my OC going through 2077.
They're not at the
It's my
same
OC
time.
going through 2077. Over the Edge, Rebecca face down. You know what I would like to see? Rebecca gets the gamer system story.
No, you know what I would like to see? I would like to see Rebecca ending up in other universes.
Also
I would
funny.
like to see Rebecca ending up with David.
I
That
mean,
girl
yeah,
is
okay,
exploding.
listen. I'm gonna pay you to write 2 different stories. I'll
Okay.
pay you to write Rebecca
Oh.
ends up with David.
He did ask for it.
You did ask for it.
God damn it.
You know, Sign, you
What's
really...
the-
You gotta fucking shut your mouth sometimes.
So, Sign, what's
Um,
your backlog looking like?
and then I'm gonna spin the wheel of idiocy.
Yeah.
Oh god, here we go.
Alright. So the wheel of idiocy has landed on either Gundam or Jedi. I span it twice.
What you should do is Gundam Jedi.
No, that's too stupid.
That's way too stupid.
So, Sign, which one do you hate less? Wait,
Well,
Spin
Kirk
again.
already had the
perfect.
Star
Here's
Wars
what's gonna
fic.
happen. You're gonna replace Mara Jade with Rebecca.
Oh God, why?
What?
I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
What?
He
Ah.
doesn't
Which
watch.
Gundam is it?
No, that was
I
Star
don't-
Wars. Oh, sweet God.
You don't know him.
No, that's
Sign.
the Star Wars extended universe, my man. All 329 books of it.
Okay, look, I'm already writing a Star Wars story, and I'll fully admit I'm bullshitting like 90% of this and pulling off the wiki.
Okay, so Mara Jade is a super hot redhead who ended up banging Luke Skywalker.
Okay. But, meh?
She
I mean, just
originally
meh?
started as the Emperor's hand.
I mean, that's just, no, that does not really appeal to me.
His growing father-son relationship with his Ripper Duck is tested. Jesus fucking Christ, people.
What did you just
Fuck's
fucking say?
sake.
Jesus
What the
fucking
fuck?
Christ. Can you people get a fucking life? Edge Runner Samurai. V Afterlife Legend could live only so long. Doing one last gig before the chip would kill her. At least it'll be bang, eh? But maybe beloved Merc deserves second chance. She didn't believe she would ever meet the legend before her. Edge
This
Runners
is fucking
doesn't
stupid.
have a category.
I'm gonna go eat my food.
So, David times Lucy, Gloria is alive, and V is in the Edge Runner team.
What about Rebecca?
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Dude.
What the fuck?
Alright.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a day, because this is... God damn, people, I thought the other sections were garbage, and the fucking ideas coming out of your fucking mouths. Jesus Christ. Alright,
Yeah, the
everyone.
cyberpunk is awful.
We'll see you all next... Wait, hold on. We got Underplay
bit of a
Creations
backlog.
talking about shit here. Works inspired by this one. 20, Pregnant Joker. Yeah, I saw that one. Kingpin Izuku's great. Forgettable Girl of 1A. I wonder if you're gonna do the opposite. No, you cannot make them untrans or ungayed. That's forbidden. Remember that one story on Space Battles that got banned for de-gaying a character?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, so the author, I think it was a Worm story, they de-gayed a character, and they got banned.
Wait, no. Taylor had the power of
No,
making
I'm
people
talking about,
mentally
no, I'm
stable.
talking about Parian. It was a story where Parian was straight, and it wasn't important to the story. Like, Parian was just straight in the story.
So it's an
And it's not banned because
he got banned
she's
for
straight.
he got banned for homophobia because he removed a gay character from the story.
That's fucking retarded.
Yeah. But
Heck yeah.
see ya, everyone.
Oh,
Come back next time. There's always more and it always gets worse. We have 7 years of it.
So, Sign, don't you have Madoka